Good morning, and thank you for joining us this morning on THV 11, streaming on your TV on THV 11 Plus. I'm Karen Fuller.
I'm Hayden Balgavy. We want to send it over to meteorologist Tracy Bean joining us on this Thursday morning. Not to get ahead of you, Tracy, and dealing with a little fog out there, and the sensors are getting worked on. 48 hours from right now, though. Open the gates.
That's right. I know. So Ashley and I are actually working Saturday morning here. She's anchoring and I'm doing weather. So I think we're going to have a lot of football to talk about, a lot of weather, and a lot of traffic because you said the gates open at 6 a.m. Those lines are going to start forming early. So
I'll be glued in, like glued into Saturday morning heading out there.
Exactly. All right. Well, this morning we are dealing with just a little bit of fog. Not too bad here in Central Arkansas. I've noticed the sensor's been going up and down. So we have it this time. We may not have it the next round. We'll have to see. They're working on it. But we are seeing that restricted visibility, especially around Arkadelphia, just a little bit there for Clinton, Russellville, and Searcy, but not too bad. It's a nice start to the day. We are going to feel a little bit more of that humidity as we are heading into the day, but right now we're seeing a lot of 60s, low 70s here in Central Arkansas. We are still talking about those 90s, unfortunately, for today and tomorrow, but you will notice we're looking at 80s, low 90s, mid to upper 90s for the southern portion of the state. Patchy fog this morning, sunny skies ahead, but we're also talking about a little rain. We've got a very strong cold front coming through Friday night into Saturday. I still think high school football is going to be just fine, and I think most of Saturday is going to be good too, but we're going to time things out and make sure you got that poncho just in case, but we'll take a look at that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Tracy, thank you. Developing this morning, a deadly crash shuttered one of Lisbon, Portugal's most iconic tourist attractions on Wednesday.
A historic streetcar on the Elevador de Gloria derailed, killing at least 17 people and leaving 21 others hurt, including a child. Witnesses say a car fell after a curve, crashing into a building, now sparking questions about maintenance.
The derailment happened around 6 p.m. at the start of the evening rush hour. The cause remains under investigation, and the U.S. Embassy has sent its condolences to all impacted. Other developments, staffing concerns this morning in Conway and the fire department after it erupted after a deadly fire Saturday night. The city and firefighters union clashing publicly with heated exchanges playing out on social media. THV 11's Maya Ellison shares what union leaders and the fire chief are now saying.
Yeah, the fire started here at a home on First Avenue in Conway, and I got my hands on the incident report. According to Conway Fire Department, crews arrived 3 minutes after the call came in. But as the union tells me, getting enough firemen on the scene may have been a contributing factor to the fire fatality.
A life was lost on Saturday, and our condolences to the family. That's the biggest fear. That's what we don't want to happen.
That's Ryan Wolf, an engineer with the Conway Fire Department and member of the Conway Firefighters Union. Wolf was off duty during Saturday's deadly incident, but says crews were put in a difficult position.
We are dealing with less staffing than we should be dealing with, and that can cause delays.
According to the National Fire Protection Association, the standard is a minimum of 4 firefighters assigned to each engine. Wolf says staffing challenges have made it hard to meet that requirement.
We're operating 10 apparatus with 5 of those apparatus being 2 people. The other 5 have 3.
The union highlighted those concerns in a Facebook post Tuesday, claiming the first 3 arriving units each had only 2 firefighters, and that with more staffing, it might have helped to save a life.
We cannot say for sure that having 4 people on an apparatus versus 2 would have made that rescue successful. But what we can say is it would improve the chances.
We asked Conway Fire Chief Mike Winter to weigh in on the social media claim.
I don't agree with the post at all. I don't think that's a platform to use in that situation for your cause. It does not reflect on the Conway Fire Department.
Chief Winter also said the city is aware of the union's concerns and stressed that fire department protocols were followed.
We send 3 engine companies, 2 ladder companies, a rescue, and on-duty battalions. I think the total number of firefighters that responded to that structure fire was 15.
But Wolf maintains that staffing remains a crucial issue and that their goal is to save every life possible.
We want to save everyone, and we lost one. We don't want this to be a trend. Like we want to be properly staffed, and we want to not have to worry about a loss of time due to understaffing.
And again, I want to reiterate that Wolf says the union does not want to take away from the fact that a family lost a loved one. And I got a chance to ask Chief Winter about next steps. He says that the city, who does not recognize the union, is actively working on a budget for the upcoming year, and that staffing is listed as an item. In Conway, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
Time now 6:05. A Jefferson County detention deputy is under arrest, accused of sexually assaulting a woman inside the W.C. Dub Bracel Detention Center. Investigators say Keywan Harris would spend extra time in the women's housing unit and had inappropriate contact with an inmate. Detectives say Harris admitted to the assault. He's now charged with third-degree sexual assault, a crime that could carry up to 10 years in prison if he's convicted. From Searcy, a man is facing dozens of child exploitation charges. Investigators have arrested this man, 37-year-old Quentin Andrew Whaley. Last Friday, after searching his home, officers say they found enough evidence to file 60 counts of distributing, possessing, or viewing child sexual abuse material. Whaley is being held in the White County Jail on a $150,000 bond, with a court hearing set for November 4th.
September marks National Recovery Month, and a group in North Little Rock is using it to call attention to untreated addiction across Arkansas. According to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, more than 70% of Arkansans struggling with addiction aren't getting the help they need. The recovery team in North Little Rock is working to change that, focusing on ending the stigma and making treatment accessible. They say recovery is possible for everyone with the right support and the right care. You can find details on their programs at recoveryteam.org. Well, high school football just getting started across Arkansas, and doctors say now is the best time to talk to your kids about concussions.
Especially with collision sports like football, where hard contact happens all the time. The problem is a lot of athletes try to tough it out, and that can be dangerous. Playing through a concussion can double how long it takes to heal.
Dr. R.J. Elbin runs the Office for Sport Concussion Research at the University of Arkansas. He says the signs aren't always easy to spot. He does point out that treatment and awareness are getting better every single year.
We know more about concussions now than what we ever have before. Sports have never been safer. If you think about advances in equipment, advances in knowledge, advances in clinical care, look at the rule changes, the mandatory trainings that people have to go through. There's more and more centers of excellence that are even providing telehealth services for people to get in front of the right provider that really knows what they're doing with this injury.
Some of the most common symptoms: headaches, dizziness, nausea, sensitivity to light or noise, even mood changes or trouble sleeping.
Now let's talk weather with meteorologist Tracy Bain tracking a weather impact alert. Tracy, what's going on?
Well, we are talking about the game on Saturday. We do have the chance for a little rain to impact mainly your tailgating, but it looks like the rain's pulling back a little bit, so things are improving. That's good news, but you still need that poncho. We'll talk about that here in just a second, but plenty of sunshine today, a little patchy fog out there, looking for that high in the low 90s. And talking about the football game, again, Arkansas State, U of A, we are going to see that rain out of here, I'm thinking, by the time the game starts. Now, how much rain will we get during the tailgating? Well, it looks like it's pulling back, as I mentioned. So we'll look at that and see what the models are saying coming up in just a few minutes. And taking a look at your traffic here this morning, we still have light volume out there. And taking a look here in Sherwood, right around the Wildwood exit, not a lot of wind. That flag, you can hardly see it at all, but traffic is starting to pick up just a little bit, but we're still not looking at any accidents or delays this morning, so you should be able to get to work and school on time.